So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in. Did you have a good weekend? I sure hope so. I had a fun thing that happened this weekend. I'll tell you about that here in a second. It's not a big deal, but I want to share it with you. It's kind of fun. Today we're talking money, or at least improving your financial situation, if that's okay. Money should be a big concern in your life. Not a concern. It just should be one of those things. It's like eating good food or exercising at the gym. Money should be something you pay attention to. So we'll visit that a little bit today, give you some ideas, some goals you can set, a couple of different ways to think about it. And, there's a lot of money advice out there. I'm certainly not here to give that. But usually the money, to me, is all about, can I have enough money to make me happy and do the things I want to do? That's kind of what I need. Ultimately, you can't take it with us, right? We'll talk about that today. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day since 2006. Doing the show, it's episode 4,871. I still remember that first episode. Man, I do. I still to this day remember it. And it was just kind of amazing to sit down and do that. And here I am still today, looking at the goal that I set for 5,000 episodes, which will be reached on January 7th of 2025. And yes, change will happen. Yes, I sort of know what it's going to be. No, I'm going to keep my mouth shut right now because I'll probably change my mind about 25 times between now and then. And I think I've gathered some wisdom in my life, and I've learned to keep my mouth shut. Did I say who I am? My name's Scott. Good to have you here today. Big news today. I reached a goal. I love my motorcycle. I've had, I think, 8 motorcycles in my life. And I've had, I think 6 have been Harleys, a Honda, a Yamaha, and everything else a Harley. And I've trained a lot. I've ridden lots of miles. I do all kinds of very high intensity, high level advanced training. I can ride the motorcycle. I can. And I'm very safety conscious. So when I had my hip replaced, which surprised the hell out of me, all those years of kickboxing just wore my hip out. And it started to hurt. It was kind of harder to be on the bike. I couldn't spend a bunch of time on the bike. And eventually, about 2 or 3 weeks before I had the hip replaced, I had to get off the bike. So it's been sitting there about 10 or 11 weeks, something like that. She's been sitting there. People call their bikes she sometimes. I actually don't know. Well, hang on, let me think of this. Is my bike has a kickstand? I think that thing through. Anyway, since the bike has been sitting there for a while, and I got out to go ride it. I finally got on the bike. I went out and did a little time for myself. Felt really good to do it. Put my wife on the back, took a little bit of a ride. Felt all good. Just took some time to get back in the game. So that's one little win for me. Rode the motorcycle in a 93% humidity day here in Daytona Beach. Every Monday, we ask a question. Have you done your homework? And it's a very simple question. It's only one question inside the homework. If you can't do this, you can't do anything. But if you can do this, you'll change your life. If you'll sit back and take a couple of minutes, I'll make you this promise. If you ask yourself, how's my life going? And give a chance for the answers to flow in. The good stuff is going to be good. You're going to want to keep it. The bad stuff, you're going to notice it. You're probably going to make a change. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in the middle you need to get rid of and address. If you want the one thing that you should be doing, if I just put it at the top of my list of every single thing, if you want to change anything about your life, improve anything, I don't know where you are in your world right now, but it doesn't matter what it is. If you were to ask, how's my life going? And then start lumping everything into those categories, you'll figure it out. There's no possible way not to, except to quit. That's all. If you keep moving, you'll figure it out. So ask yourself that question, how's my life going? All right, so let's talk about improving your financial situations. Money stuff, because most people say money is their top concern when it comes to improving their lives. It certainly is. Is it everything? No, it's not everything. It's stuff that's certainly more important than money. That's for darn sure. I mean, if you're laying in a hospital bed and you're not long for this world, money doesn't matter a whole lot, does it? I guarantee it matters to people around you if that situation's going on. So it's a big deal. Let's just accept that, leave it at that. I'm not going to get philosophical on it. You do what you want to do with that. You be you, okay? Tony Robbins says making money won't solve all your problems, but at least you will arrive at your problem in style. No doubt about that. It does help, doesn't it? I was talking to a client of mine a couple of weeks back, and I even mentioned on this podcast, I said, the times I've been most happy in my life is when money was an absolute zero concern. And it's usually when business was blowing up, when we just had this overabundance of stuff happening. Right now, it's good now, but it's not that blowing up kind of thing right this minute, although it's going to be fairly soon. You can blow things up whenever you want to in a good way or a bad way. It's totally up to you. But the times that I've been most happy, most content is when none of that stuff is an issue. Same thing happens when relationships were just not an issue. They were all good. Same things happen when, my job was all good. Everything was going well. Same thing. When I had an abundance of goodness, everything was good, right? So money is just an abundance of goodness, literal abundance, I guess. Making more money, no matter how little, will solve most of your problems. It's a magic juice. I had a meeting with a client, well, not a client. I was a client of his, one of my trainers that I've had in the recent past year. And everybody knows being a personal trainer, for the most part, doesn't pay a whole bunch of money. It's like kind of being a life coach. Doesn't pay a whole lot either unless you do it right. And he was having some issues here. And I said, listen, man, he's trying to make a ton of money. I have another friend doing the same thing. Trying to make $1 million. Need to make $1 million? I got an idea. Don't make $1 million. Go make $100 a week. That's it. If you have no money, go make $100 a week. Watch how your life changes. Most people's life will be dramatically changed with an extra $500 a month. Almost everybody listening to this program, if you had an extra $500 a month, you could do whatever you wanted to. It would change. $1,000, life changing. So if you want enough money to create the life of your dreams, if you want to do, as I say, fund your passion, because what we found over time is that when people, whether you work for somebody else or work for yourself, when you finally figure out what drives your passion, purpose, meaning, and legacy, that you need a way to fund it, because likely something has changed under the hood, and whatever you're using to earn your money now, unless you're financially independent, is not going to support you. So you need to find a way to do that. So number one of this is you want to know what kind of life you desire. Be realistic about how much you need. That'll change over time. I need less now than I did even a couple of years ago when the day I counted that I owned 14 gas engines on the farm that I owned, tractors and motorhomes and motorcycles and pressure washers and multiple cars and the whole thing. The day I counted that, I was proud for about, 30 seconds. And I said, what am I thinking? Get rid of some of those motors. It will change over time. Know what kind of life you desire. We moved into a virtually maintenance-free home on a lake here in Florida, as much as it can be if you live in the state of Florida. Why? Because I know the life I desire. And that is not mowing 12 acres on a zero turn. Be realistic about how much you need. Number two, making money is about adding value to the person giving you some of their money. If they don't have to do it, do they? Make their life better and help them reach their dreams. They'll happily do the same for you. And this is something people miss all the time. It's really so. I saw a client the other day and I said, with what I do with coaching, whether it be personal coaching, whether it be business coaching, marketing, whatever, we get into all kinds of things. But ultimately, it's about ROI. And they, what do you mean by that? I said, I need to get you paid. I need to give you such value that you can get a return on investment. I need to get you paid. And that I could pay you in happiness. You could achieve happiness. You can have better goals. You can have less stress in your life, or you can make money. If it's in business, you make money. That's what you do, right? Making money is about adding value to the person that you are giving. It's not doing the service that you give them. It's the result they get from that. The benefit that they have gotten from you is they've talked to you, you've advised them, you've helped them in some way, you've done something. If you hire somebody to come fix your air conditioner, they're providing a service, but really what's happening is you're not hot anymore. That's real value. If you don't believe me, move to Florida in the middle of July and August and have your air conditioning go out. You're going to call the 1 hour guy, I promise you. Give him value. Number 3, set a financial goal, keep it on track. Forward momentum is your friend. Keep those goals there. A lot of you know this already. A lot of you don't. I'm not saying not spend your money. I'm not saying not have fun. Yeah, absolutely do that. But make sure you have a goal and you know where you're heading. Just build toward it. It takes time. And if you're 19 years old right now, don't do what I did. Start now. I didn't start till I was 40 plus. And you know why I think, actually? My dad didn't start saving money until he was like 43, 44 years old. And he changed everything in a matter of 10 years. And I really think in my world, what happened was I said, well, my dad didn't start till he was over 40, so I'll just wait. Wish I hadn't learned that lesson. Save some for yourself right now, off the top, even if it's 1%. Add a little more value to yourself over time. Plus, seeing your profit will motivate you more. If you haven't done this, is it Mike Michalowicz? Is that his name? I think it's his name. I don't have it in front of me. I've never actually said it before. He wrote a book called Profit First. If you run a business, if you run a life, and you need to read Profit First. It's about dividing how you make your money. It's putting it in the right places, and it's really beginning to control your finances. You'll get rich if you follow the Profit First lifestyle. And we actually do that around here. I run it both personal and business side as well. Stop trading hours for dollars. Once you have momentum, shift your mindset to passive and residual incomes. Set the course, stay the course. I just had a conversation with my wife today. We were having a conversation about automation. We have a lot of computers, a lot of software. We do a lot of automation, and we kind of come up against a wall without custom development that it can't do one thing that I've always liked something to do. Automatic just takes care of it. And I thought about it a little bit. I thought, well, all the money involved in getting it fixed and doing this stuff and making it work and making it automated. And I looked at it differently. I said, wait a second. If it wasn't automated, I would have to put a human in the middle of it to actually add value to the customer. And that would probably increase the sale on the other side. So instead of working on developing the automation, let's go and get a human in there. Some human intelligence, not some artificial intelligence to make it work. Stop trading hours for dollars. If the automation won't do it for you, and yes, you can, a who, as they call it, can be automation to make more money in your life, but a who can also be a person. In this case, we're choosing a person. So money is key here. There's so many ways to think about it. It's something most people don't want to talk about. It's like politics. Man, we're going to talk about that a lot here in the next couple of months, aren't we? Yeah. One thing I know about life, it changes constantly, but usually you can count on it about every 4 years. Dreams come true when you have the resources to make them happen. If you don't have the resources, and resources could be just about anything, could be cash in your bank account, or could be somebody who wants to help you out. A resource is a lot of things, but ultimately, if you make $1 more today than you made yesterday, you're going to use it to build a better life. Just keep doing that over time. It's going to build up for you. It's just smart, conservative decisions along the way, bringing value to the table, and then keeping that table set for yourself along the way, huh? Make a little money. Make a little money. Isn't that a song? Okay. If you're interested in joining me, if you've heard me talk about Fix Your Passion, you want to be part of that group before it blows up and you don't have a chance to be on the inside of the group because it's relatively small right now. It's only about 20 people. Just send a note to support@motivationtomove.com and say, Scott, tell me more about Face Your Passion. We'll talk.
Keep moving, gotta get